These get submitted anytime on the Be on the Playhouse page at 194.com. We'll tackle them a time or two a week here on the show. Love doctors, you are the love gurus. I'm fairly certain I want to marry my girlfriend, but I am not positive. She's pressuring for a proposal, and she wants it soon. I love her, but I have a hard time seeing us together forever, though I'm not convinced that I won't eventually see that. Do I propose, given that's the case, or do I see if I can keep delaying and just keep dating her and see where I am in this?
I think you have to delay and wait until you're ready. Somebody else can't pressure you to do something like that. You're the one who you're asking her to marry you. You have to be the one who's confident in that.
Yeah, I don't really think you should probably propose to somebody if you don't feel like you can see yourself marrying them. That seems like that's probably a bad idea. But how honest are you? Because if she's pressuring for it and she seems to want it soon, are you honest, or do you just say, listen, I'm not quite there yet. I want to keep dating. I'm just not quite there yet.
I don't know. I don't like that. I think that could backfire.
And the relationship.
Yeah, so maybe just don't bring it up. Let her keep pressuring you and just say, we'll see. Just don't really give too much. Because you said you feel like you could get there. I would keep that out.
Yeah, you probably got to do a little bit of a soul searching, I guess. A little soul searching, kind of figure out where you are in this thing. And if you see that go in the distance, because obviously she's ready sooner than later. And if you're not, it might be fair to her to hit the bricks. Love doctors, you're on the love gurus. I'm interested in asking out a female coworker of mine that I do have a friendly relationship with, but I don't want to be the weird, creepy guy in the office if she says no. Do you have any advice for me?
I think we give this advice for all coworkers that want to do something like this. Start it off as like a group happy hour.
There you go.
Go out, have some drinks together, but not just you and her. Other coworkers, so it's not creepy. Then kind of see if you two do your own talking and you're kind of off on your own. Then that way you kind of get your foot in the door.
Yeah, you got to do the foot in the door kind of thing. Otherwise, if you're just completely random about it and you don't have a relationship that goes outside those office doors, very likely there is a chance that you're misreading just like friendliness in the workplace. And like you got to get it out there and get out of the office, see where things go. You got to.
Or else it will come across as creepy.
Well, and you know what? That is a situation where you want to be pretty sure that that's going to be received well, because you just go asking random people out around the office. That is going to get around real quick.
And think of how uncomfortable then it is to go back to work. Even if other people don't find out, just her, if you two are in the break room together or something like that, you're like, it just becomes way too awkward.
Well, like, and you know what? There are people that do that a lot, and it does get around. Like, I never talked about it with them, but everybody knew that he did it. And there's a guy that used to work here, not on 194, but different station of the building, and he's not here anymore. But he was like the guy that the second a woman would get hired here, she'd be like telling other women like, oh, he totally asked me out, and I said no, and then every other woman was like, yeah, he asked me out too.
Yeah, and you don't want to be known as that person.
You want to be that guy.
So ask her out with other coworkers, and then you'll kind of see if she's interested.
And he wasn't weird about it or anything, but it was like he'd barely meet somebody, but like, hey, you want to go out sometime?
I mean, I think that's being weird about it.
Probably you don't want to do that. Just everybody in the office. Is that a great idea?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, don't want to be like that. Did he ask you out too?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he did.
Just double checking. Love doctors, you are the love gurus. My boyfriend and I have been saving for the wedding of our dreams. But I think I've fallen in love with what could be the house of our dreams, our forever home. But we'd have to use the wedding money to pull that off. Otherwise, we would never afford it. How do I explain that seems like a better use of the money? We could elope or go to the courthouse for all I care. I just want to live in that house.
I bet you he probably doesn't care either.
No, honestly, your main benefit to this is that you're the female of the equation. Because why do I feel like it was you saving for the wedding of your dreams? Mostly, if we're being stereotypical, it probably was.
Yeah. So I think you just talk to him and say, I've kind of changed my priorities right now. I found this house. The only thing is we're going to have to use all the money we saved up for the wedding for this house. Is this something you're okay with? Has he seen the house? That's the other thing. You're saying it's the house of your dreams. Is it also the house of his dreams? Is this somewhere he wants to move and live?
Probably we're showing him the house and then bringing up the idea, especially if he really likes it. And he's like, oh, how would we afford this? Well, I actually thought about that.
We're not going to have that wedding we were planning on. It's just going to be a little bit smaller.
I actually 100% agree with you, though. Like, if you both really like this house, like, you get to live in that for, forever, a really long time, whatever the case might be. That's the gift that keeps on giving. The wedding's one day. The marriage is hopefully forever, but the actual day's a day.
That's why I think you probably could talk him into changing the plans on where you were spending the money.
Now, unless he's the one with like a Pinterest board and he's planning
And you
everything.
never know.
Maybe.
Maybe these were his dreams.